And most students around West New York are feeling lucky as they have yet another snow day today. Mother Nature is not done with her winter just yet, and we are gearing up for yet another storm. We have Jay Bonafide joining us now from the Red Cross. Thanks for coming in. You have some more winter storm preparedness tips for us.
You'd think everybody's really kind of aware of these at this point this winter after everything we've dealt with so far, but it's always a good reminder and the time to get ready before. And today, with the forecast, one of the biggest tips is really to stay off the roads if possible, because you don't want to be out there when you can't see, when the roads become impassable, and that's really, we have that potential today. So if you can stay home, please do so.
That's right. We're hearing our meteorologist. I heard Todd say this morning as early as 11 a.m. you should be where you want to spend the night tonight. So something to prepare for coming up. But what kinds of things have you been responding to this winter? It's got to have been a busy winter for the American Red Cross.
It has been. You know, we've had shelters open in the southern tier, Irving, Silver Creek area, Ripley, for both throughway closures because of weather like this and for flooding that's happened afterwards. We've done the same thing in Lockport. We've helped out in West Seneca after flooding. On the eastern half of our region, we had 9 shelters open for the first polar vortex when it was so cold. We worked with the city of Rochester on their heat sweep program. So it's been busy, but our volunteers have been great. And today, and really through this storm, we'll be in contact with emergency managers from across the region and be ready to respond again if we need to.
And pulling together all of these emergency responses in the middle of severe weather, what is that like? Is it difficult to do on such short notice?
It can be, especially because we're going to be affected, obviously, by the same travel constrictions and restrictions as other people. Obviously, we are some of those emergency vehicles, so we're not travel restricted, but we're going to have the same issues with getting there. But our volunteers, we have volunteers across the region, and we have supplies spread throughout the region, so it's not as bad as it could be at all, and we're ready to go if we need to be.
And to set up 9, 10, 11, 12 shelters all at once, that's got to be a drain on your funding. Do you have a rainy day fund for winters like this? This is uncharacteristic to have 2 blizzards in one season.
It is, but we're lucky. We have such great support, and this is why we make those requests, why we have our events, and why we do things like that. It comes out of our general disaster fund, and we're very lucky that we've been able to receive the funding that we do and the support that we do from the community throughout the year, and it allows us to be ready to do things like this in addition to our more normal day-to-day fire responses as well.
That's right. We've also had some fires this year from pipes freezing and people trying to get them unfrozen. You've responded to them as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the Red Cross safety tips for this cold weather is to maybe leave a trickle of water running and to try to avoid freezing pipes and to really not try to unfreeze it. That's been the problem, is somebody who's had frozen pipes has maybe tried to use a torch or something else. It's just not safe to try to unfreeze those pipes, and that's highly unrecommended.
That's right, and that's, of course, another major response that the Red Cross does. Talking about funding, though, you do have some events coming up as the weather gets warmer where people can contribute to the Red Cross. Yeah,
our biggest one is coming up in June, and it is something nice to think about at this time of the year as we look outside and see the snow. Is on June 6th is our annual bash, our military-themed event. I think people are familiar with it, and all of the funds that we raise there will go to support responses like this, like what we're going to be doing over the next few days.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Jay Bonafide is here from the Red Cross. How about your kids at home? Are they excited about it?
He did a little dance this morning when he woke up and was told he got to stay home. So, yes, he is. And I do think it's a good thing, even though it doesn't look that bad outside now, that they're not going to be on the roads this afternoon when, in theory, it's going to be really bad.
All right, thank you for coming in again, braving the winter storm for us once again. Hopefully we don't have to talk about blizzards until next year.
I agree.
Okay, thanks so much. Jay Bonafide from the Red Cross.